Greetings, Kimchi. Kimchi! We have to film the next video. That's what I have you for, dude. Focus, Kimchi. We have to reassess and reorganize your life. Examine yourself. You're sitting in a chair painting a toy. For your information, that is the light of Eltharion, reincarnation of Eltharion the Grim, mighty warrior champion of the elves from the world that was, and a general non-corporeal entity of butt-kickery. You realize my vocabulary is higher than 99% of the English-speaking population, and I still have no idea what you just said. I need to discuss something with you forthwith. Now is not the time for play. First of all, forthwith? Really? Secondly, now is the perfect time. Since you started this stupid channel, you cut into my mini-painting time. Now I have to find an excuse to do it while you're filming, or this mini backlog will never get completed. Thirdly, you never find time to play anything. Have you realized that your hobby time is now filled with research, writing, filming, and editing this show? You never think about what I want to do. I started this thing to give you a creative outlet. I even let you do the first couple of episodes until those misguided individuals started getting angry about accessibility. If not for me, you would still be sitting in an apartment right now watching a tiny TV with a PlayStation and eating chicken voila from the bag using a plastic fork with sunflower seed shells everywhere. Dope. Dear God, please stop saying that. Even without me, you're not cool enough to use that word. You do realize that only because I do all the work, and I raise the kids— Whoa, we raise the kids. You need me out there for the fun stuff, like story time, playgrounds, tea parties, funny voices, and puppetry. Fine, that's fair. But me sitting at that desk doing all the work is the reason you can afford to sit around and play D&D and paint these stupid minis. Whoa there, hombre. Oh, dear God. Paella, can you give me a hand here?
I got nothing to add to the conversation. We're not talking about football.
I am just as important as you when it comes to running this ship. If not for me, you would go nuts. Working all the time? Remember, you're pretty lazy. Daddy doesn't get his relax on. Daddy get cranky. That Dungeons & Dragons is for your mental health. But you know that people who play Dungeons & Dragons suffer from more depression and higher rates of suicide than those who don't. Well, actually, according to the research on the subject, people who play Dungeons & Dragons don't have any higher rates of depression or suicide. They're just average to the standard set of the population.
How the hell did you do that?
Do what, dude?
With the words in the air. How did you do that?
It's called citing your sources. Didn't they teach you that stuff in lawyer school?
You are so annoying sometimes.
In fact, the act of role-playing has been studied for decades as a way of helping those suffering from depression, like in this case study where a woman was exploring her depressive issues in the game.
What case study?
Dude.
Wait, she made a character named Jack Hargreaves?
Yeah, I know.
Umbrella Academy was top-notch stuff.
Yeah, dude, that show rolls. But that isn't the only instance of Dungeons & Dragons being used as therapy. I mean, there is a case where a schizoidal patient had D&D used as treatment for him after a suicide attempt.
Schizoidal? Would that not be dangerous for a person who might have a hard time differentiating between fantasy and reality? I mean, that's the whole issue of the movie Mazes and Monsters.
What movie?
Mazes and Monsters. With Tom Hanks.
How can I possibly have seen that and you haven't? We're the same person.
Look, you do a lot of things I don't pay attention to.
I might have fallen asleep.
Well, this kid, who is stupendously intelligent, has a break from reality and almost kills himself when he can't separate the game from real life.
Well, the study talks about that as well. See, unlike other therapies, D&D is bound by rules so that the structure helps the fantasy stay grounded. But it is true that D&D players are smarter than the population as a whole. I mean, I'm way smarter than you.
Aha! I have you now.
Can you bring back the first citation? You mean the one with the depression rates? Yeah, that one.
Okay. This study shows that IQ is not higher than average amongst D&D players, like you nerds like to think. So, this paper slaps.
That is not how you use that word.
No cap? This paper is the bomb?
Okay, boomer. We are the same age. Either way, adults who engage in organizational play scored higher in creativity performance tests in multiple studies. I mean, neuroscientists have even demonstrated that play develops behavioral flexibilities and builds social competencies in animals.
Yes, I know, as a reinforcer for real-world skills. That's why cats hunt toys and dogs play fight.
Yeah. But more than that. Play helps develop us, sure, but we have adapted play to help skills that are pertinent to our current lives. Not many of us play at spear hunting nowadays, but RPGs help develop social skills.
So you're saying the fact that you play D&D helps me?
Absolutely, dude. Look, I try to inhabit other people all the time. I play different parts and really think about how they think, even to the point of changing my manner of speaking, depending upon the character that I'm playing. And you use those same social skills when you're doing your lawyer stuff, like negotiation and arguments and whatever.
I do try to get into the head of my opponent. Try to understand how they feel.
Yeah, and when you're DMing a game, you have to think on your feet, because 4 to 5 different people are hurling unforeseen actions your way that you have to rationalize and respond to. You also have to anticipate as much as you can. Think on your feet for the rest. Sound familiar?
Okay, fine. You may have a point. Ugh, when did you get so good at coming up with an argument?
2 things. First, from you. Second, remember that we are the same person. Even Saffron Rice over there. You're actually writing this sitting in your pajamas at 1 a.m. in the morning. Going back to the whole filling your hobby time up with research and writing, etc., etc.
Okay. Go back to your minis. I guess this play is necessary for us. What do I do about this guy?
Oh, him?
No era bina.
He's hopeless.